Microphone is on. Hi guys, I'm Marley Silva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Woo, I just got out of the shower. I like half blow dried my hair, but it's still like wet and all over the place. I was on FaceTime with Caitlin. This is diary entry number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did my nails. They're like really dark. But yeah, you guys, I have been on a roll with filming and I love it, to be honest. I have filmed every single day and edited every single day, and it's just been so fun, and so it just feels like me again. And yeah, I'm seeing Caitlin tomorrow. I'm seeing Caitlin. How is this battery half dead? I just put it in. Okay. I'm seeing Caitlin tomorrow for dinner, and in this video, I'm going to be doing the title is basically toxic independence or hyper independence. We are not off to a good start. Hyper independence and the importance of asking for help. I guess we can touch on the hyper independence, toxic independence part first. To touch on hyper independence, I guess to begin with, I, in my life, in this chapter of my life now, pay for all my bills, rent, everything, like every last bill that I get or anything that involves a price tag is paid for literally by me. So, I would consider that hyper independent. I live alone. I have no help from anyone. I'm hyperly independent. So, there's so many pros to that. Like, I don't want to sit here and just be harping on it, being like, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. There's no pros to it, because obviously there are a lot of pros and obviously there are a lot of cons. But to start with the pros, I've never felt so free or so liberated in my entire life. I don't rely on anyone and I don't need to count on anyone but me, and that's extremely scary but also extremely freeing at the same time. Knowing that I can count on myself to take care of myself is major, and it's just wild. Me a year ago would be like, what? So it's just crazy. But there's so many positives. I love coming home and deciding what I get to do with my day, with my night. All of the beautiful things that you would think of hyper independence living alone are real and are valid and are totally existent in being hyper independent. The negatives of hyper independence and the toxic sides of it are when, and I'm using myself as an example, you can't ask for help. You have a hard time asking for help. You refuse help. You suffer in silence. You pretend everything's fine to not ruffle any feathers or not need anyone or not need to rely on anyone. Why is it focusing on my chair? You good, babe? Yeah, so obviously there are the pros and cons, but when you are hyper independent and you get to a point of comfortability, in a relationship especially, there are two people in a relationship, not just one. Even if one person is footing the bill for everything, there's still the other party that's doing all the other emotional labor, cleaning, everything else, that, you know what I mean? So it definitely goes in tandem. I wouldn't say there's one that's more important than the other, but with that being said, in a relationship, it's two people. And when you're hyper independent and you're like that for a really, really long time, it can be hard to open up and be vulnerable and to show a side of weakness and ask for help and to admit you're wrong and all of those things that come with relying on yourself for so long and trusting yourself, right? And I think it's beautiful to trust yourself. I think it's important to trust yourself. At the end of the day, though, like relationship focused, the hyper independence totally has to take a back seat because you're a partnership, you're a unionship. Like there's two people involved. Like it's not just one person, if that makes sense. But I'm single. I am not interested in literally anyone. People bore me. The majority of people bore me, and I'm kind of happy in my little New Year's bubble of filming every day. I'm posting a vlog every day and just kind of like editing. Like I'm really, really happy in this little chapter of my life. And I guess to kind of come into the play of like, you know, obviously the importance of asking for help. It's funny because I have an instance of today. I was at work and I needed a guy to help me with just certain things, tax related, and just totally not something that I am good at, which is like numbers, and it's just not my thing at all. And you know, he obviously took over and just kind of did the majority of it for me, and I kind of just like had conversation, and I was able to take a back seat. And you know, I'm not the type where like I am afraid to ask for help in most instances, but I'm also very like persistent, and I go after what I want, and I don't take no for an answer. I don't take no for an answer. And like if someone tells me no, I'll find 5 other people that tell me yes. Or like I'm the type where I'll grab like 10 people's opinions before I make like my own judgment, regardless if I even listen to any of those opinions. So, you know, asking for help and getting the help that I needed was amazing because I didn't have to do a thing, and I could just take the help that was given and appreciate that like different skill sets are different skill sets. And, you know, you can appreciate asking for help and how important it is, because I wouldn't have been able to do any of that on my own. And I'm fully aware of that. Like I might have been able to if like I had looked into it a little bit further, but because I asked for help, you know, I was able to get a resolution, and it was almost like teamwork. So, you know, that's just like an example from today, right? But there's examples from my last relationship where like I had the hardest time asking for help in the very beginning. I remember we went grocery shopping once, and I was picking like the cheapest soap and the cheapest everything, and he was like, you know, we can enjoy what we have. Like, you don't have to pick the cheapest of everything. And I'm over here like, okay, that looks good. That looks good. It's just kind of how I'm wired, I guess, to a certain extent. He definitely taught me how to like enjoy things and like the value of, you know, some expensive things to like enjoy certain like expensive alcohols and stuff like that. But I had the hardest time asking for help. Like I literally, I don't know. It was like, maybe I didn't want to look weak, or I didn't want to look like I couldn't do it myself. And, you know, I would start asking for help more, like, hey, I don't know how to do this thing online. I don't know how to make this account. I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to think of like another big one that he would help me with. Oh yeah, like groceries sometimes, like he would pay, like just little things where it's like, it's helpful and like, you know, it's helpful. Or like he would buy the majority of like cleaning supplies and like garbage bags, like all the stuff that like no one wants to buy, but you have to. He would usually take care of all of that. And, you know, it was just nice because it's like, I didn't have to ask for most of it. And, you know, if I did, I knew that I could rely on him. And that was like such a beautiful thing, and such a, like an important part of unionship and partnership. And, you know, even my dad, like I remember I asked him for help for something, but it was like regrettably, like I needed help with like food or like laundry. I always kind of go over and do laundry, but like I think I needed help with food at that period of time. And I was just like explaining how like I'm saving for this and and, you know, just, you know, trying to be responsible. And I guess he like stepped up for me, and he put gas in my car when he knew I was trying to not spend any money, like just little things like that that make your life so much easier. And it's so important to kind of lean on people sometimes. Like even Caitlin, my best friend, like I called her and she's like, if you ever need money, you can just let me know. And I was like, I literally appreciate that so much. I would never ask for money from you. I would never ask for money from you, like ever. But it's just nice to know that if you did need the help or if you did ask for it, you would have it, you know? But yeah, no, a big part of this chapter for me is not having help with anything and doing it all on my own. And when it sucks, it sucks. And when it does suck, and I do think of like how hard or how whatever things are, I always look at the positive and think of like this moment and fast forward when I'm like, I'm married and, you know, things are taken care of and I'm in a different chapter and I'm traveling. Like I'm going to look back and be like, damn, like I remember that, you know, like I remember that little struggle chapter and I love it. And you have to appreciate where you're at and learn from it and appreciate the struggle when you have it, because, you know, when you're not struggling anymore, like it's really, it's not hard to appreciate what you have, but you don't appreciate it as much as like literally nothing. You have nothing. You have not a cent to your name. You have nothing. You got to pinch this till then. Like, I just feel like you appreciate things so much more, and it gives life a little bit of risk. But yeah, I don't know. Toxic independence, like to a certain extent, maybe like might be like a safety net or might be something to like rely on, because maybe for me, like maybe I'm talking about myself in particular, but when he left and I felt everything ripped under my feet and I felt just like kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, yeah, like the carpet ripped from your feet and you're kind of just like standing there. You know, I had gotten to a point where I wasn't scared of asking for help, and I loved asking for help, and I loved relying on him so much. But then when it was all like taken away and it was gone, I'm scared to rely on anyone or ask anyone for help or lean on anyone, because it almost like, I don't even know what I'm usually. I'm really good at like conceptualizing my thoughts and like putting them into words. It's so hard to describe like real raw emotion of how I felt. Like I felt like everything was taken and I was left alone to do it all on my own, and there was nothing. So maybe it was like a part of like me knowing that if I didn't force myself to do it for me, no one would, or, you know, proving to myself that like I can do it by myself. And if someone's gonna come into my life again and try to help me, they're gonna have to work extra hard to do that, maybe, or like not maybe extra hard to help me, but like extra hard to allow me to be helped, because I'm in a place in my life right now where I'm so independent that like I have such a hard time taking things from anyone. Like Caitlin will make me dinner and like that's beautiful, and like we'll do nice things for each other, and like we exchange gifts, and me and Deandra exchange gifts, and like that stuff makes me happy. But I would never want like a relationship to be focused on stupid frivolous things, when, you know, if I can do it for myself, I will. And that's just the way it is. But I think there is an importance to asking for help. I think that it is good to rely on the people that you have in your life and allow them to help you if you need help, right? Like, I'm a very big believer that when you give and give and give, you will receive. You have to give to receive. You have to lose to get more. Like, it's just how energy in life works. So I'm such a giving person, and I always make sure that, you know, if I'm hosting Deandra for a sleepover, like I'm taking such good care of her and offering her everything. You know, do you want a water before you go to sleep? Do you want a glass of wine? Are you hungry? You know, let's have some snacks. I have this in the fridge. You know, making sure that my friends feel like when I do host or I do take care of them, that they're loved and taken care of, and, you know, it's enjoyable to be around someone that cares about you, you know? And vice versa. Like when I go to Caitlin's and I'm having like an awful day or awful week and she cooks me dinner, like there's no special moment that just like makes that so nice, you know? Or my dad even filling my gas tank for the first time in like literally ever. Or, you know, he goes to the grocery store and he's like, hey, I got these granola bars because I think you would like them. Or, you know, folding my laundry if I have to run out and I won't be back that day, and he folds it and puts it in the bin. And just little things that people show that like they're willing to help you and they're there for you is amazing. And I think that correlates with being independent, because I think it makes you appreciate the help, and it makes you appreciate when people do nice things for you so much more, because you already do that for yourself. You already do everything for yourself. You already take care of yourself. You already nurture and have your needs met. So when other people step up for you and show you that they care about you in their actions, it almost makes that relationship so much more special and beautiful, because they're showing you with their actions how much they love and care for you, even if, you know, you're an independent person and have to do the majority of stuff alone. I just had a realization in saying that out loud. But yeah, no, this is my 4th diary entry. I kind of just wanted to sit down and chat about I guess that topic today and how it correlates to like the kind of day I had. And whew, I am like a little pooped. Yesterday I was up until 9 editing, which was so nice and I loved it. And I did my nails yesterday as well, and I did laundry. And today I just made some spaghetti with like the long noodles, and it was so good. And then I had a shower and called my mom and called Caitlin, and then yeah, now I'm filming this video. But whew, so nice to be showered. I'm going to edit this video and then go to bed. And tomorrow me and Caitlin are doing like a dinner. I think we're gonna do like corn, potatoes, and shrimp or rice. I don't know, she's surprising me. So I'm really excited to ask for that help. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's such a beautiful thing when there's balance, that's for sure. But yeah, no, like the little moments of living alone and just like, it's crazy. Like I'm 27 years old and I live alone and I pay everything by myself and I have no help from anyone and I can only rely on myself. It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, I am like literally falling asleep. I'm like, I just want to put my hair in like a little clip and put some comfy clothes on and then edit this video and go to bed. I just uploaded the 2nd diary entry because today is the 4th and I think I'm like 2 days ahead. So I uploaded the 2nd entry for January 2nd today. Tomorrow the 3rd will go up and onward. And obviously I'm a little bit ahead because I have to edit and upload. And yeah, so diary entry number 4 is complete. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next entry. Bye guys.